Hey everyone, this is Cork. A buddy of mine asked me to run out with him. Was gonna photograph some stars tonight, and I told him I'd end up drive separately and follow him out. And anyhow, it was just a few miles down the road, and it was by this orchard. Okay, and once he was setting up, I went down around the corner, and I'm sitting in my car, and I seen all these animals. And I got my thermal out. This is the thermal imager. I seen all these animals, and this is about 80 to 120 yards. I can't really tell, but anyhow, they were all huddled up together. And when I pulled around the corner and I turned on my thermal, they all spread out like flies. Now this is all really tall, high grass. 4 or 5 feet high grass. And I had three Sasquatches that I'm pretty sure showed up. They're the very big, large one. Well, one of them was walking towards me while I was filming. He just kept coming closer and closer. Now, all these little ones could have been like the kids, and they all spread out. So, pretty interesting here. And I'll post these pictures on my research page for you guys to take a better look. But I'm going to go through here, and I just messing with the different spectrums, and you can see this is a large target right here with a little target. Okay, now mind you, I'm over 100 yards away, so that was a big indicator. Then it's moving, so they are all. Once I turned on my thermal and they seen that thermal light, they all started moving. So they're in the high grass here, okay? And they're moving. This is one here. There's one back behind it. Another small one here, but they're in the cover of the high grass. Okay? So let me go to the next slide. Again, I changed the filter to see if I can get a better image, but it's coming through. It's coming through. Just can't really make out what exactly it is. This is when they started moving. Now they're moving across this field. All right, so this is the big guy right here. Okay, as you can see, this guy in the middle, and there's one right here, and one off both sides of him. So anyhow, this big guy starts moving towards me. Let me see if is this the next one. Yeah, he's coming. He's swaying back and forth, and I think he's got a couple of them that's standing with him, but they're swaying back and forth at this point. I wish I had it on video. I didn't have my phone hooked up. I should have had everything set up. I apologize. But this is all just screenshots of tonight. So you can, so I want to show you this big one coming at me. I mean, he got pretty close. So, okay, so he disappeared. Now, they all, there's the big guy right there. He's got, you can see him. Yeah, I zoomed in too much. I zoomed in on my thermal at this point in time. I found my zoom, and I zoomed in, and it's just got this weird image on him. So, but he's moving, and he's moving towards me at this point in time. I think this is the side view, and I'm just doing rapid fire, just click, 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 trying to capture every image I can at this time. There, he finally turns to me, and he's checking me out right here. So you can see his head right here. Here's his shoulders. This is his hand right here. Okay. This guy is absolutely humongous. All right. This is like 100 yards away. No, I'm checking the wood line perimeter, and there's one standing in the back watching. This is further on back, and he's moving. Anyhow, this big guy's moving at me, and he's walking towards me right now, and I'm seeing him now. If you look at the bottom left hand corner, down here, there's another one coming at me too. Now I don't know these are my friends or not. They very well could be, but they all spread like flies, and the bigger ones were moving in closer to check me out, while the kid stayed in the background. Here's a good image of one trying to walk across the field here. I caught little one in behind, and you can see his footprints right down, coming down through here. He's way down here. He's coming towards me. This guy on the left here. These are his footprint signatures, and this is another one moving across. So I don't know if that's a female, but you can see the footprints over here, and this one is running across with the young one. I mean, this was totally incredible. Again, this is all done with thermal imaging. This one didn't come out too well. I know I got a couple good ones. Let's see here. That's zoomed in too far. And one of them waved to me while I was filming, so I think they recognized me. As soon as I pulled in and stopped, one of the little kids jumped up, started waving his hands. Here it is, right here. I think this is one of the juveniles right here. He was raising his hand up and waving. It was the neatest thing. Okay, so this is when one of the larger ones was coming at me right here. He was making his way through this really high stuff to check me out. Now, mind you, they all spread out side to side, and this guy's coming right at me, straight on, not showing any fear. Just keeps coming closer. There you go. You can see him right there. I'm taking snapshot, and it just keeps coming in. It keeps coming closer and closer. And now he's hiding. He's like in the high brush, but he's still moving towards me at this time. You can see there's the big guy right there, down right here. Look at this. He's still moving towards me, and they're not flying at me, but they're moving. He's just getting closer and closer, and he's coming closer and closer, and he's bobbing. He's right here. You know, he's walking. He is bipedal, and he's walking directly towards me. And there was, what's this one? I think this one, can't make this one out too well, but you can see some down here at the bottom of the photo. There was one over here standing by a tree. That's how far away this was. I was shooting across this big field, and then there was one in the back watching too. I mean, there must have been at least 10, 12 of these creatures when they were all huddled up together. and then they all spread out. Yeah, here he is. Let me zoom in on him. And this guy's walking right at me. You can see his legs right here. Okay. I don't know why the top didn't come through very well, but here's one down here at the bottom that was turned and looking back, waiting for this one to catch up. I mean, geez, oh man, was this intense. I got the heck out of there. I mean, here he is. This is when he came right up on me, right there, just checking me out. You can see his head, you can see his hands, or his arm, part of his arm right there, and the face is like super dark. That's just not a good image. Here's a real good image. I think this is one of the last ones I got, and that was about 40 yards away, I think. But he was in that high grass, so everything's a little disoriented. There you can see there's there he is. That's how far away he was. This is him right here, and there was one here, and there was one way over here. There was a couple over here, and those kids, they all spread out back in through here. It was totally amazing to watch this. Yeah, look at this. Bottom of your screen as he's making his way through, and there was two back behind him. Oh, man, I tell you, my heart was just a racing. There's one right there. Back this up so you can see it. There was one standing there. I mean, unreal. And then there was this guy standing, before I pulled off, there was this guy, he was just watching everything back in the very back on the wood line. Just like, and that's it. So I'll post some of these pictures, but it was just easier to show you guys like in a video. I need to come back and check this area out again. I cannot believe, if these were Sasquatches, that was really impressive. Really impressive. So I'm not saying what I captured tonight was Sasquatch. I think it's Sasquatch, because I did not really have good, but I saw bipedal movement. I've seen him walking, so I'm thinking I captured a Sasquatch, a couple of them. But anyhow, thanks for joining me. So I captured some nice images tonight, and maybe I'll load some of these into Photoshop, see if we can get a better picture. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining. We'll talk to you later.